Hey there people on YouTube, welcome to episode 3 of Realm of Kata, and today we are finally back in the bloody 10 nations. Took fucking long enough, right guys?
Damn filler. Why is this Dragon Ball Z in England?
Slash any Naruto ever.
Oh yeah!
Like slash any mainstream anime narratively.
Anyway, once again, we are back to me DMing, so do enjoy the show. We're finally made it back to 10 nations. Our supplies have been depleted for the past day and a half. So we've literally been just trying through this hot desert. Nothing to eat, nothing to drink. And as we got further north, we noticed that it slowly got colder for this much more. Which you know,
Does that
gets colder.
Does that
Always.
Which
Yeah, so
they get
trudging through.
Frosty receptions.
We are trudging through this hilly landscape, slowly leading up to the mountains that border the 10 nations to the east. And before us, we notice a slight gap in between two of the mountains, and in it, a strongly fortified castle with walls stretching to either side as far as the eye can see to join up to the base of the side. Oh, also, about 13 hours ago, we came across two very curious hobbits who had very, very strange gay tendencies, and one of them seemed to be carrying a pretty ring, so we killed them both.
Hey.
Took the ring, found it turned us invisible, found it useless because you already had one, so we checked the ground. It's
I threw it on the ground.
It wasn't a part of our system.
We're
not part of this treasure.
Pick it up, went, hey, take this, put it on, invisible, and he obviously bugger up somewhere, I don't give a shit. Point is, we killed two rare, very, very gay hobbits. Yay, homophobia!
I'm sexy and...
Right
I
then,
think I can cheer along with that.
I can't prove this.
out of the castle, as we get closer and closer and closer, start to hear something behind us.
What that faggot hobbit is it that we let in?
Come back from the dead.
Run!
On the ridge behind us, 30 boar riders appear. Dwarven.
I didn't even know dwarves could have wide balls.
Is that the end of the bit and how we react? Oh, that's the DM.
Run! Get down! Dwarves!
What colour are their eyes?
Get to the chopper! Who gives a shit? They're dwarven boar riders! Run! I don't give a fucking shit!
If their eyes aren't glowing, we should be okay.
But we don't know that for
You'll keep running to the door.
Run!
How can you run? I'm starved.
Move it! Move it, boy! Move it!
I like
Run or you die! Now come on! I grab your arm and drag you as I run. Clink, 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 my shield hits you.
That's pretty helpful. We get closer and closer to the castle, and we hear several very heavy thump, thump, thump.
It's not dubstep, is it?
We hear
No, it's not that bad.
wait a second.
My god.
Can we have some respect for the DM, please? He's
Yeah,
trying to
shut
tell
the
a
fuck up.
story here. Mood setting.
Right then, for the split second, literally, we barely register it. A high-pitched whistle goes from the castle back toward the dwarves. From behind, we hear in concessions, in one after the other, I can't remember the word.
Succession.
That's the one, succession. Sorry about that.
It's fine.
Yeah, in quick succession, we hear 3 explosions. Turn around, and all the dwarf riders are dead, and just 3 craters remain.
Damn, those are some powerful arrows.
Shit.
From the castle, the doors open, and
Saved.
a squadron of about 10 men, well, 10 tieflings, ride out and come to meet us. At his head is a tiefling, obviously, because I just said there were tieflings, wearing ornate plate armour, and they stop about 10 feet before us. Alright guys, listen up. Let me handle this. Don't cry. Don't get worried. We'll be talking in a pistol. Okay? This is native tongue of my country, so I'm gonna go out.
A bit of respect. Yeah.
Don't move. Don't make any sudden gestures. Keep your hands away from your weapons. And just generally
Kill.
Yeah. Generally
It's
kill.
fine. You can stay our blades.
Hands away from
We're here for
weapons.
AIDS after all. I mean, aid.
Right then.
Here comes your aids.
And go towards him. Talk for a bit in a deep guttural tongue with lots of this is some very sharp syllables. You can help over here, occasionally. You hear the name Dagna, Targalon, and Alcarahina. I talked to him for about 5 minutes. And with a sharp gesture, the tiefling moves his men forward. They ride up, circle us, and slowly moving close with lances held at the ready.
Leave.
Keep it cool, just don't worry, drop your weapons, just drop them, trust me, I can take care of
my
this, I can
weapons.
take care of this.
Put them down. Put the shield down. I go, what's ho, tieflings?
Right, you,
News from the north.
send for my goddamn father! Alright, send my fucking father, we'll go along, just bloody send for him! Alright, okay, I drop my staff,
Right, we go peacefully.
and we are escorted into the castle and taken down to a cell. It's furnished, it has couches, it has seats.
Awesome. What we?
There are glasses and a jug of water.
Oh,
All our positions are taken. We are literally left with breeches and shirts. And
yeah, I
We are
reluctantly
left
gave
there.
up my sword.
So,
Well, they're obviously not here to kill us. I mean, they're members of the 10 Nations. We're fine. They're looking after us. Help yourself to some water.
It's on the house.
don't mind if I do.
Wait, you're in like your family's good books, right? You're not. You didn't run away like
Or betray the clan or
you
something.
know, foregoing an important position,
Rebellious
or
attitude.
you know, you didn't like leave blasting a hole in the castle, or you know.
His silence speaks volumes.
You didn't try a Justin Bieber scheme.
What happened?
No.
according to that captain, Dagna hasn't even left the capital.
You still?
What, his capital of Caharlan?
Stagna, I'm confused.
That's the king of the dwarves.
Oh, I
We
didn't
met
know
him.
we named him. Okay, cool.
So, wait. So they're saying he is definitely back there. They're not trying to cover. They're saying they've
A
seen him.
Tarvalon representative, one of the mages from the council, has been living for this entire time. He has not left this castle.
Okay,
He is,
that's
and apparently,
incredible.
he's still waiting for word from Tarvalon.
Do we even know if Dagna is infected like the rest of them that tried to kill us?
We don't know either way.
There's
We
one.
can't be sure.
Apparently, scouts from the Dwarven border towers reported a huge Drugar army moving in the place. Drugar being basically the equivalent of dark elves to elves. They live solely underground, and they're basically hated cousins of the dwarven kin. Like I said, dark elves, drow to elves. Apparently, they're saying there's been a massive hubris at Tarkov because around 2,000 members of the conscription force defected and moved it to the waste without any word.
Wow.
Hopefully, they will send for my father, and I'll be able to talk to him and get this all sorted out.
For now, we wait then.
So who's charged into the wasteland? You say 2,000,
Conscription.
so a mixture of all the races to guard 2,000 that joined with these messed up dwarves with the red eyes.
They've just gone. There's no,
Sign.
no. There's no indication of what's actually happened to them.
If you remember at the very beginning, the Dwarven army was 2,000 conscripts to be used in scouts.
It was that us then that
And
went
yeah,
out.
so we were
Yeah.
part of that
Yeah.
conscript.
So,
We've been charged with desertion.
Oh, bastards.
oh.
We come back with news and they give us paperwork. Oh.
I think you signed here. It's on your contract.
Did you at least try to explain to them that the fact that we're here surely indicates that we're not deserters? We're
Yeah.
coming back to trying
I've
to
done
talk
it.
to them.
I've done as much as I can. I've sent for my father, and it's just a case of wait and see.
Sounds like they're waiting to charge us for our crime.
Well, hopefully they're doing this out of a sense of duty, as in let's
Well,
just
the fact
sort
we-
this out instead of just kill
Yeah.
them.
Yes.
We're not in chains and we're not
Yes.
dead.
Yeah, the
Therefore,
fact
we're
we are
in
not being
we're in a
killed.
prosperous position.
We've got
They
this
probably
is the higher-
think we're spies right
opportunities.
now, which is why they're not being too
Guys.
horrible.
This is the higher cells. I served this for. This is the higher cells. This is where they keep traitorous
why you can't
ambassadors and stuff. We're lucky we weren't put in the fucking deep cells. That's 5 cell left in the dark.
Okay, so I had a situation
And
where
a
it's
lot
getting
of you are
better.
taller than 5 foot.
I'm starting to
Well,
wonder, is it good for us to sit and wait, or should we see if we can escape to the dragons who
I'm
might give
not
us a
happy.
warmer welcome?
No,
I don't know.
don't do anything. I will sort this.
No escaping. I think that escaping looks bad. I think the deserters escaping. is-
May I point out that
I
our
suppose
entire
that's a
plan
good
was to
point.
come here
Yes.
and be enveloped into the arms of Clave's family.
Well, yes.
So running away right now would defeat our main course
I
of action.
suppose,
that
but
we
what's
decided
become
was
of
the
us?
best thing
Well,
to do.
where would we
become
go
of us?
if we got out, you know? We were trying to get in.
We didn't know what to do
This
after those
is our
dwarves fucked
only.
us
This
over,
is
but we
our
figured
only
something
option.
out.
We have nowhere else to go. All our other lands are, your lands, the human realms. They're all friggin' far away from where we are now. If a load of angry tieflings are going to chase us, what are a bunch of my fellow halfling sheep herders going to fucking do about it? I'm sorry. This is where the
I said
power
go
is.
I said go to the dragons, but let's bide our time and see what happens. I just hope this doesn't end with us all at the end of the hangman's noose.
Yeah.
Considering everything we've done.
Listen, it's going to be fun. Those of you who don't know, there are 7 clans that dictate the areas of Almoran. Not Almoran. Aramel. That's the one. Keeping freaking character. Aramel. To each clan, there is a warlock assigned as an advisor. And they also meet as a council of warlocks to battle demons. My father sits on the 3rd seat. He will go south as he will talk to camp leaders. He has a lot of sway.
Okay, so
All I need to do is
just need to talk.
Question for the DM. We've got water. Is there any food on the table? Anything else?
no, just water.
Can I suggest we replenish our fluids, maybe get some sleep till they tell us, so they know what to do with us, I guess.
You guys do it. I'm gonna wait for my sons.
I've been running in the hot sun and all I've got is water, so I'm going to catch some sleep. Seriously, I think of regaining my strength right now.
I've got to agree with you, to be honest.
So I sit
I'll
there,
do the same.
wrap
to be
my
honest.
cloak up.
I'll be on the couch.
But then, 3 hours pass, and it's embarred. The captain down there, Maz walks in, taps me on the shoulder, and takes me up. Goes to the gate, locks it, guards outside for the position.
Well, I hope that's good.
Roughly 40 minutes pass. I sit back, pushed in, and once again, gate is closed. That went well.
What do you find out?
Well, to start with, my father punched me for dishonouring the family name. He let me explain. He let me tell our side of the story.
How did that go?
Do you believe me? You buy?
Right. Each Royal Councillor also works as on the forefront of the battle, rotating to unhook enemies, devils, and demons. As such, each one is charged with 10 apprentices. And before being conscripted, I was 7th in line to the 6th seat because of my father. And
Sorry, 7th and 9th and 6th.
so the Council of War. And yeah, he discharged me with that. And they're bringing in a mind mage from Tarpon
To do what?
delve into our minds, see if we are telling the truth, see if there's any
Going to our
see if we haven't
allegation.
been
That can only be good. They've got nothing to fear.
Unless we end up gibbering Rex at the end of the process.
Unless these holes are already filled in.
basically it's just to make sure that we haven't just been taken in. Our minds fucked with,
Have you told them
sent
about?
back, and just underlying orders as is such.
Have you told them about the problem with the group with the Dwarf army, the red tint heroes? Or the,
I've told him everything
The
that
red
we know,
spears that we found.
and
Did we give them a stone? Were we still carrying it?
It is, yeah.
Yeah,
it's not
presumably we
like-
had one
Oh, they
stone.
took our back.
everything.
Yeah, they
The
have
second we got in the castle, we got in the first room. They took everything and they sent us to the cell. We have no idea what's happening. Like,
Oh god.
So,
But they're not too close.
Did you tell them about it?
I told him everything. I told him from the second we sent out from the first place to the second we got there.
So they're taking caution with it. Told them, told them the dangers, hopefully, so.
We're not even fully aware of the dangers of these red spears. It doesn't do anything towards
yeah,
it.
keeping very.
It doesn't seem to have affected us yet. You bastard!
I think the fact that it was in a pocket dimension helped us. Hopefully,
Yes.
they won't try and tamper with it. But if anything, my father will make sure that it's kept under close surveillance in complete and utter isolation. And yeah, we just have to wait. We have to make sure. We have to send a message to it. He has to come here.
How long will it be before we get to?
No idea. Depends how far, what way they
Well,
use.
do we
Whether
get-
they use
Do we get food?
carrier
in between?
pigeon, whether they send a magic missive, whether they teleport here, whether he takes the river up or an overland route.
So we at least get some bread or something before.
We will be fed.
So we'll be fed.
How did it feel to see your father again after so many years?
Well, considering he sent me towards the novice training at the age of 5, well, yeah, not too bad.
Apart from the first thing.
Is that what all young tieflings do at 5? Are they sent to train?
We have found that those with the most demonic looking aspects turn out to be the strongest warlocks. I was chosen because of the way I look.
Marlon.
And obviously you've seen my figure and nature.
Do you feel
For you
that's
at
a good
home,
idea?
just 1 second. That's me.
That's quite clever having like a.
For you guys at home. Me, demon, me.
Yeah,
Okay, now back to the show.
Being with these
Always go to the,
tieflings reminds me
the
of
one next door.
7
You're a
years I
bit
spent
now.
with the dragons. They were terrifying, weren't they? I'm sure I was there.
What's the one in
It was so very
Call
big.
of Dragon Ball?
But they're a bit more.
I think
Lively,
so.
a bit more hospitable than the sequels.
Tieflings I have met very few. Although the ones I have met carry the stereotypical sense you would feel from them. Somewhat grumpy, but what I felt about the dragons was they were all grumpy too, and steadfast, but they had a sense of honour. I understand, I'm going somewhere with this. But yes, after spending 7 years with them, there were times when they took blasts, hits, sword swings for me.
Lee is a barbarian.
I know they're caring people. Although I haven't met any tieflings that have broken the stereotypical of enjoying their fire, I know in my heart, deep down, they mean well. Otherwise, they would not be in the 10 nations.
I inherited dwarf.
They wouldn't have built all those gates if they were more concerned with us.
It's very secretive people.
But yes, I've yet to bond with. I've yet to have a conversation with one without feeling as though I was simply angering them more.
You've certainly met
Well, considering
more
what we've
people
been
than me.
subjected to for the past 700 years, I think that's a little bit of leeway.
I can understand you've had problems, but were you all transformed by your own people?
No, it wasn't our people, it was cultists from the north.
I'm so sorry, Mr. Tiefling. It appears my information
You know
is
my
skewed.
goddamn name, use it. Slave.
See, I failed to have conversations with them without making them more angry.
Despite being a
Perhaps the day will come.
you're not brilliant on diplomacy, are you, Steve?
What would you say? I was simply trying to make conversation.
How's this?
You don't have to be so formal, Himlin. We've been through a lot together. You don't have to call him Tiefling all the time. Imagine if we just called you Paladin or Baron.
I do, but it's just an old-fashioned way of
Yeah,
referring
it's
to
a
people.
very
So,
cool athlete.
I mean, that is my nickname, half-elf.
I'd be really mad if someone called me a halfling all the time. I'm more than my race and my size.
I go over
I
to
don't
one of
think
the
any of this
houses,
really matters
now,
They check how many Geigers.
Well, on the plus side, a little bit of relaxation. Certainly most welcome.
I've fallen travelling, I can't help but refer to people with places.
At this point, door opens. A trolley of food is sent in. Just bread, cheese, a bit of salted pork. They leave it there, come out, close the door.
Ah, food, finally.
I've already nodded off to sleep. So.
Wake him up, there's food.
No, leave it a few minutes.
Yeah. We'll have our chat first. And then,
Let's have even leave because there's enough for everyone, and let's share the salt pork around. We could all do with that.
I do not eat much.
How much white munch can be broken out? I'm hungry.
What have you,
Almond.
what have you young Toby? What races have you met in your short life?
Until I got conscripted, none, really.
You just lived among your own people, yes.
Yes, kind of, well, when you're extremely poor and have absolutely no money or prospects or basically anywhere to go outside of the couple of streets, in your city, you don't get to meet many different people. I only really knew my family. To be honest, everybody else was a target, really.
And what was your
So
family
I'd like to
like?
pick a pocket or two.
You would like to pick a pocket or
Someone made a music about your life.
Yeah, cool. Tobias! Exclamation mark.
But it's true, unless you travel, you don't tend to meet other races, which is why I do like the fact my people like to travel. I mean, we don't really have a country.
What races have you met?
Dragons, humans, spend a lot of time with humans.
Yeah, I travel with a
I
mate.
have met the Eladrin. It gave me the same sort of frosty welcome as
Yeah, they
the dwarves
keep
and the
themselves to
tieflings and the
themselves.
dragons.
I wanted the honour of travelling with a mage, and what gave me the respect for people who wield magic. It's complex, but it's beautiful in its own right.
Quite amazing, isn't it? I'm sometimes perplexed by the elvish.
Yeah,
Even though I'm half
they're magical in their own right, yeah.
The half elves are nowhere near as magical as the elves, and so I know what you mean. That great splendour.
Yeah, it really is. But yes, I travelled with him for a great many months. But
You should put on your Scottish accent if you're in character.
When you start doing that, you can listen to the sound. Because I think it will just drown out all the
Sorry.
They want to hear what we're saying.
It's just it's just
What?
the dripping, the water. Nope. It just happens to be right on the mic. But, yeah, magic is something I've never seen before. It's quite unbelievable. I feel like I'm still in a dream sometimes.
Wow, it's just like magic.
The only time I've really seen a big mix of races all at once is the occasional fairs, that everyone visits, or when you're in a big battle. There's a large one near the north. Were you part of that?
I was there. I had a dwarf squadron at the time, yeah.
How many years ago was that? I'm 42 now.
It's at least 5 years ago. 10 years?
7.
Yeah, sounds about right. So.
Yeah.
Were you there as well then?
Wait. Which one on that?
Whichever one fits in really with the timeline. Because we can really
was
set things in stone.
The last strike against the Hellgates was 7 years ago by a lesser demon in a small house.
Yeah.
That was the one that took down one of the only 2 gates that fell, wasn't it?
No.
Or am I thinking of 47 odd years ago?
That was, longer ago. This one was just an attack. Literally just a raid on the gate.
That's the one.
Yeah.
Did anyone... The biggest memory I have of that is always... Some of the fights happen so quickly, a lot of it just disappears.
Is the way
You always
big
remember...
battles
Yes, definitely. I can't remember how many hours it was. I was tired. It was heavy.
It was an early evening and then long night till early morning.
4 days and 4 nights.
You were there, weren't you? Right?
I was there to catch one for my master.
It was always on the ground. Some of it wasn't so bad, I mean, it wasn't going too well, but I always remember this scene where somebody died and they simply stepped in front of something that was meant for me. And, he did it to save me. And it was part of, you tend to get lumped with people, and I was with another group of 5 at the time. And you make friends, and he was quite a nice guy. He was a dragon. And so I've always had a respect.
Ha! Lubricant.
Jump again.
Dragon Lord!
What's that?
That's what Connor, that
What was his name?
Rogar has to do every time he does his fire breath now. Roll the dice and go, Sora!
Really pay attention.
I don't remember his name. How horrible is that, considering the same one? I tried to reach for his information, but you can't look around for words when you're fighting.
The new from 10th novice tonight.
So every
It's
now and
nice that
again,
something
I'm allowed
good
to
came
shear
out
the
of
sheep by myself. Like,
Such a life you lead.
It sounds beautiful though. I'd rather shave sheep than I like the chef,
well, we're great believers in Evanka,
there you go.
Goddess of
Give it a beard.
luck.
And
Evanka will.
Just
Evanka
a bit
will.
about here, I'd roll over, grab myself a quick sandwich
No,
and
thinking
go back to
what?
my seat and just sit munching it.
Have they given us any cutlery to go with this stuff? Or is
The
it
bread is cut, the meat is cut, the cheese is cut.
Ah,
All of
okay.
it is already
I was just
They're
about to-
smart, they are.
I was just about to say, because
How West Country.
Steve mine with a knife, but like, if they give him a knife.
And they
I
cut
imagine that was them cutting it for us, and then they took the knife
not
out.
glass. So even if you break them, they'll do
Yeah,
nothing.
I was tempted maybe.
You can't even
make
bottle them.
Yeah. Think of a makeshift weapon of some sort.
Does anyone else have any war stories? Glade, if you're older than I, you must have things to tell.
It was during the raid into the Blight. We had hunted down this small group of cultists that were moving too close to the borders. We surrounded them during the night, and we charged in, took down most of them, and this woman was one of them. She was bound and gagged, and I assumed she was just a prisoner. So I cut her loose with my knife and started to move on to my next opponent. Next thing I knew, she had grabbed a rock and smashed in my right knee. From there, she jumped to my back and tried to strangle me. Her fist was over my left shoulder, and I shot a fireball right into it. I still have the burn mark under my hair from where it singed me. Apparently, they had just raided another group of cultists and taken a prisoner. So, Lily?
I like to wonder about.
Is that why you don't really trust humans?
When you're forced in lifestyle on the way you look, you tend to not trust anyone.
I can see your point.
It's a shame.
Yeah, I have a dream. That races are not judged by their appearance or the colour of their skin.
That's Martin Luther King, you cunt.
I was enjoying that.
But by the content of their character.
Well, if the fact is a fact, and if those who look more like demons do turn out to be more powerful, then hey.
Just because you look like a demon doesn't mean you have to be one.
Mm-hmm.
Make your own path in life.
Especially when you've got lots of fire.
I'm sorry, but tieflings
That's
are half
unknown.
demons, so they kind of do have to be demons as they are half demons.
Okay, fine. The other half of it doesn't have to be demon. Yeah, that's kind of a bit of a throwaway quote.
No, just because they're half demon doesn't mean they can't be all heart.
I mean, it's like saying that one day we halflings will grow to be 7 feet tall, just because, you know.
No, one day there will be a day when you don't have to grow 7 feet tall.
If a few of the majority of the bottom.
Painful.
Can't really see the kind of logistics of that happening, but
A lot of training.
I love training. No.
So much fun. I always remember how much we burned that much. It was a fire attack.
Yeah.
And of course it was huge,
The
income
heat
was
you
still
feel
over
from the
there.
battlefield is.
But I was
better
so
than
close.
physical.
And yeah, I always remember that sometimes I wake up and I feel that hot. And I always think, you know, he was a dragon. How does a dragon die from fire attack?
Yeah.
I mean, it must have been so powerful.
Yeah.
I wouldn't even realise.
Usually at night, if you wake up scared at the battlefield, you'll wake up in a cold sweat. And at battlefield, if you're in the kind of time up 10, you woke up with a cold sweat.
Yeah, it just feels you almost feel on
It
your
was
face when I
unrelenting,
wake
yeah,
up.
unrelenting.
It's just-
Wherever you went on the battlefield, just but that's what literally plunged into my memory, you know. It's the one I want to forget.
You're a very honourable dwarf. You're the first dwarf I've met